Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about the slow progression I'm making towards being a vegetarian or a vegan. Now this is something that's been playing on my mind for probably a few years now, and I know that the vegetarian and vegan movement is growing a lot. There's a lot of awesome YouTubers out there who are sharing recipes and giving inspiration, and a lot of people recommend to me the film What the Health, which apparently talks all about how, firstly, like the cruelty to animals who are in animal products production, but also the health benefits of cutting out animal products. I haven't seen the film because I don't feel like I'm ready for the kind of shock tactics of seeing footage, but I have been wanting to try and make some swaps. And I've been really resistant probably my whole life to becoming vegetarian because I think, you know, it's a big life change, it makes things a bit complicated, maybe a bit of meat in your diet is a good thing, how would I get enough protein, all those kind of common concerns. But I have a new plan, which is not particularly genius, but when I thought of it, it did slightly blow my mind. And I have just started making some vegetarian and vegan swaps. So my idea was, if I can cut my meat consumption down by 50% or even 30%, that's really amazing, and every life counts. So everything you don't consume is something which you haven't contributed to the industry. So that was my plan, was just to start having an occasional vegetarian meal and kind of ease into it. So a lot of restaurants now offer amazing vegetarian food, and I just thought, if there's something on the menu that's vegetarian and looks good, I will get it. Previously, I wouldn't have even looked at the vegetarian section because I'm just like, I don't want that, I'm going straight for the meat. So the first change for me was even just reading that part of the menu and then to think like, yeah, that sounds good, I'm going to order that instead. So that was a bit of a mental shift for me, and I started getting a vegetarian meal, you know, once a month, just when I went out for dinner. But since then, I have increased it further, and one of my New Year's resolutions for kind of last year and this year was to become 50% vegan if I can. So after I started just getting the occasional vegetarian meal, I now have a vegan breakfast. I have porridge with coconut milk, which is actually super good. I kind of thought the first time I had it, it might not be that good, but you know, you get used to it. But actually it was just great, probably better than normal porridge. So porridge with coconut milk and maybe some like cinnamon and cranberries, kind of like Madeline Olivia's recipe. She has really good suggestions for vegan meals if you're interested. So I have a vegan breakfast, and then either lunch or dinner I will order something vegetarian. Obviously vegan is even better, it depends what's on the menu. I'll either have vegetarian or vegan. So sometimes I have both lunch and dinner as vegetarian, it depends where we're eating. Our lifestyle at the moment means that we eat out for all of our meals, we don't cook at all, so I'm trying to choose restaurants where they have a good vegetarian option because my partner is still eating full meat. But of course, one day when we settle down and stop being nomads, we will be cooking, and then it will be even easier to do vegetarian and vegan meals. But for now, we're in Australia, and I'm finding it really easy to get vegetarian food or vegan food. When we were in Chile, it was pretty difficult. I do love the Happy Cow app, which you guys have probably heard of already. It has a lot of good recommendations of places where you can go which have got alternatives to meat-based foods. But traveling is definitely a tricky part of the lifestyle. So if you guys have any advice on how you solve that when you're traveling, or countries that you have found were really good for food choices, I'd be very interested to know them, and maybe we'll go to that country next. But I guess with this video, I just wanted to encourage you to give it a try. Even if you only swap one meal a week, it's a start, and that's one less chicken breast that's been put into the industry and that you've funded. So try just making one or two swaps. Maybe you'll end up at a third, maybe you'll end up at a half, maybe you'll eventually end up fully vegetarian or vegan. I suspect that's what might happen to me. Every day I'm getting more and more bothered by the industry and how I don't feel that comfortable with it. But my idea with this swapping thing is that if I go to someone's house, I can just eat whatever they're serving. I don't have to have a special meal if I'm on an aeroplane or whatever. So it kind of is like an easy version. If you want the kind of cheap version, then I think it's a really good way to still make a contribution, to start down the road of possibly becoming vegetarian or even vegan over time. And it's worked really well for me. So I'd be really interested to know whether you would ever choose a vegetarian meal off the menu, or if, like me, you didn't even look at it because you kind of thought it wasn't proper food, or whether you are fully vegetarian or partially, or whether this idea has inspired you to give it a try. So I will probably update you guys on how it's going in a few months or something. Maybe by then I'll be fully vegetarian. I will let you know. But yeah, let's together just save a few animals. Let's make a start, take a little bit of money out of the industry and put it to better use. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!